Shisui versus Ace, who wins in a fight? Both characters are pretty underrated in terms of power, but in a 1v1, who actually wins? So how this fight's gonna take place is they're like about 20 feet from each other on a big island, and there's like no trees, no rocks, nothing. So first let's start with scaling Shisui's AP. Since Shisui didn't really have screen time, he doesn't really scale that high. But he would be around like mountain level to like maybe island level. But the AP doesn't really matter because in this fight, the only thing that really matters is speed and like abilities. So let's scale Shisui's speed. So I would compare Shisui's speed with Minato. He was also called the strongest Uchiha of his time. So basically in terms of maybe not power but speed, I think he'd be Fugaku level, and Fugaku and Minato were basically rivals. And Minato is around relativistic speed, so Shisui would probably be the same or a little bit less. Now for Ace. Ace was able to burn the hand of Whitebeard, and Whitebeard is someone who's arguably planetary but most likely multi-continental, so that would mean Ace is at least country level. For his speed, he's at least FTL because he intercepted Akanu's punch and Akanu reacted to Marco's attack, and Marco can dodge Kizuru's lightspeed bullets. So in terms of speed, Ace does have the advantage. And he has more AP, but that doesn't really matter as much. Now for their abilities / hacks. Both characters have amazing and overpowered abilities, but I personally believe that Shisui has stronger abilities. Don't get me wrong, Ace is quite powerful as well. He can basically manipulate fire to basically do whatever it wants, like he can make fire bullets, he can make fire weapons, etc. Overall, Ace's abilities would be better, but the thing is, Shisui has one ability that basically makes him stronger in this whole category basically. Shisui has the strongest genjutsu of all time, excluding the Infamous Tsukuyomi Korematsu-kami. This is just such a broken ability. When he uses it, he can basically give the opponent false experiences. And it's like subtle enough so they won't really know that like Shisui's making them have those experiences. It's pretty broken. They're probably gonna think they're acting out of their own will, like Shisui can just make them think like they're beating him, but in reality like that's not what's happening. He also has another technique known as body flicker. He basically moves very far distances in a short period of time, almost instantly. It's pretty broken as well. Now that you guys know the abilities, who actually wins in a one-on-one fight? Like I said earlier, they're 20 feet apart on an island, so who actually wins? So here's what I believe. So if it's like a close range fight, I think Ace will have the advantage. Even though Shisui is amazing at close range combat, I think Ace has the advantage because he has like fire techniques that if he gets hit, that's gonna cause serious damage. And he's also faster, so Shisui kind of has to stay far and keep his distance. Now even if Shisui is decently far, like at a mid-range, I still think he's in danger from Ace. Because not only can his attacks affect him close range, but also long range, since Ace can basically produce massive like tornadoes or like massive explosions of fire. Basically if Shisui isn't at the other end of the island, he's kind of in the danger zone. So for most of the fight, he's gonna have to keep teleporting and just moving away. But since Ace's attacks can get quite massive, I think Shisui will probably get hit at least once. And as we know, a hit from Ace, which is like a crazy amount of heat, will basically almost kill Shisui instantly. But that's where Shisui's Susanu comes into play. Before considering the Susanu, let's actually see how strong it really is. During the war arc, when the 5 Kage were fighting Madara, Tsunade managed to pierce Madara's armor. And Tsunade is around island level. And since he has the humanoid Susanu, which is stronger than a ribcage Susanu, he can take an island level attack at the minimum. And yes, the Susanu is canon because everything in the Naruto games are canon, and the Susanu was in the game, so it's canon. So this is what I think. I think if Shisui activates his Susanu in time before he gets burned, then he actually has a chance. And I think basic genjutsu wouldn't really affect him because he resisted things like Whitebeard's Conqueror's Haki. The only way I see Shisui winning is if he uses his Korematsu-kami. Because Ace is going to keep the pressure up and keep on attacking his Susanu, and I do believe that eventually it's going to break because he's going to keep on throwing island level attacks onto his Susanu at the least. I think that if Shisui gets enough space and uses Korematsu-kami, I think he just instantly wins them. And I don't think Ace can resist it because it's the second strongest genjutsu in Naruto. That's why it has a 10-year cooldown, because it's just that broken. So my final take on this is, I think if Shisui doesn't realize how powerful Ace is in the start and doesn't keep like a distance between them, then it's wraps. But the second he gets enough time to use Korematsu-kami, it's over for Ace. So it's really a 50-50 fight. That's my take on this, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down below. And until next time, Peace.